Today we're talking about the football team itself and where they stand right now, beyond the new name. Is there anyone that we think will actually make a great commander who's wearing that uniform? I talked about it with Brock Plymin, who happens to be my good friend and producer on the Reese Waters show, noon to 3 p.m. on Team 980. Here's part of that conversation. We lean a lot on nostalgia with this particular team. Is there anybody on this team now that you think will have their number retired when it's all said and done?
The closest would be Terry McLaurin, but the problem is he wears 17, right?
Yes.
So at that point, you would have to retire his number, but it was also Doug Williams' number.
So maybe you could do the split jersey, like some of the shameless fans do. You just do the split jersey, the McLaurin-Williams, the McWilliams jersey.
That's easier. That's easier to do. And I think McLaurin will have played up with 3 different team nicknames starting next year.
Now, one of the things we've talked about, too, is, like, obviously unanimous disapproval. There's no president has ever had a disapproval rating like FedEx Field has right now. Where exactly do you put the new stadium? I floated the idea of the split season, which the Tampa Bay Rays are trying to get past now. Play a couple games here, a couple games over in Landover, a couple games in Northern Virginia, a couple games at Sasser Field, a couple games in the field underneath the Pepco lines out in Marlton, whatever the case may be. Where do you think the new stadium should be?
There is a stadium in D.C. just sitting there. And even though I was under the impression that Magneto had dropped it on the White House, I think the fact that the district and the fact that the team can't make it work with the district, and I understand the federal government would have to sign off on it, and there's a lot of problems there. But the fact that there's a giant space where a stadium exists and they were great in that exact space is there, makes it a unique thing that can only happen for this team, where there's a place where they used to play, the stadium is still there, it's unused, and the only problem is, building something new there, and yet can't get done. And there are good places. I feel like an area where White Flint Mall used to be, and what is now North Bethesda, but it's on Rockville Pike, so I know you're in Rockville, or right south of Crystal City, over there, right over the water in Virginia and near the casino. But these places make sense, so there's no way that it could happen at any of those places.
Yes, that's right. Little known fact, Magneto did in fact drop the stadium on the White House, and then they took the wreckage, reassembled it, and called it FedEx. Later in that conversation, I proposed a trade to Brock on behalf of Prince George's County. We will give you a top 5 valued NFL franchise, and all we ask back is the caps and bullets back. That's it. That's it. That's it. We just gonna go back to the 80s. Everybody wins. By the way, if you want to hear more from Brock, tune in to Team 980 from noon to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. He joins me every show. He's basically my Adam Longo. We have a very good time.